Coming up on this episode of Lust to Dust.
I think Mustang Morgan might give Bob his first STD in the book.
We might be heading towards that.
From lust to dust.
Welcome back to From Lust to Dust, my horny dead dad.
Podcast where we read our dead dad's sex book.
I am Brett Dodenhoff.
I'm Connor Dodenhoff.
Today, we got Danny Dunn.
Hello, everyone. Hello, listeners.
Listeners.
Hello, listeners. If you're driving, if you're at the gym.
If you're driving and watching, what are you doing?
What are you doing? Hey, you better stop. I'd like to say, I've been thinking this as a fan of the pod. Your dad's a handsome guy.
He's
Have
handsome.
people commented on his appearance?
I think people are surprised he's handsome, yeah.
I think
Surprised he's
some
handsome.
girls find him more attractive than others, though. I've noticed that.
I have to
tell.
imagine he was a big charisma guy. You were either really attracted to his energy or,
Oh, yeah.
It was one
or
way
your
or the
alarm
other.
bells went off.
We've learned a few times he had a capacity to really turn someone off with a comedic
But
line.
I think he had a pretty good immediate, he knew.
I think he looks like a combination of Jason Bateman and Woody Harrelson.
That's actually a good,
And
Yeah.
I'll say this about you two. As we've gone out socially,
Yeah.
I hear a lot of people talk about how good looking both of you two are.
wow.
Well,
I've heard it mentioned consistently through mutual people that we know. Where
They're
they're like,
handsome.
just very matter of fact, like, oh, well, you know, Brett and Connor are handsome guys.
Well,
we thank those people.
this is
We thank those
and
people.
at the same time,
And we'd like to thank our sponsors.
well, I would say, given how we've seen people respond to our dad, there are plenty of people who probably wouldn't find us handsome either. Because there are a couple girls
Yeah.
who looked up at that wall and went, you know what?
how
Not
many
my
people are
type."
equally saying we're ugly is the question, you know?
Not to me. They know better than to say
Yeah.
that to me.
It's just the ones who don't mention it, which is
Yeah.
most people. So, Danny, you're a girlfriend guy.
In what sense?
I feel like I see you with a girlfriend a lot. Maybe I'm wrong, though.
I have a long-term current girlfriend, so that might be what you're seeing.
That's what
Right.
it is.
But I would say I've had a couple relationships. I wouldn't say I was ever the type to need to be in one.
And who's breaking up normally?
I have either been the one to break up or I've been cheated on.
Okay.
Two I've broken up with, two I've been cheated on. It's either all in or all out, apparently.
Now, I've always wondered, is there something, we all want to learn in this life? Is there something about a girl who cheats on you that maybe you can flag early on? That like a
are you
red
asking if I
flag that you
ignored
may have
red
missed
flags?
or something, yeah.
Maybe. It's always easier to look back and say that things
That
were
there
obvious.
was something. Yeah,
Or were
I
they
guess-
prolific daters? Maybe the girl. I'm always like, what kind of makes the cheater? And it's hard to know sometimes.
I think people have their own issues and it affects their behavior. And then I've also wondered, was I enabling it in some way? Not that it's my fault, but you can't help but go, when it happens twice, you can't help but go, okay.
Was this?
I was in both of these relationships, but these two girls were different. So what's going on here?
Well,
is this?
but then I think is maybe they're different, but there is something I'm attracted to in both of them, or because the enabling thing at the end of the day,
That's
like
interesting.
you can enable something, but at the end of the day, cheating, if you have the impulse to do it, deciding to do it while you're in a relationship is a decision not everyone makes.
I will take back what I said where I'm not at all saying I think it was my fault. I think you're...
Oh, we are.
Well, you guys, this is a gotcha podcast.
This is
and
a
they're
gotcha
here, and they're here.
podcast.
One's there and one's behind me.
That's it.
I think it's also a product of being in your like early mid 20s when that's happening, where a lot of people are figuring out
True.
a lot of stuff about themselves.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we're going to get back into strings of
Let's do
randoms today with Madeline. So let's see
right.
what happens.
And then there were a few unexpected and essentially meaningless sexual encounters.
This is my dad, more or less. This we're kind of in his just like recounting hinge dates, of his time.
For the last several years, I'd host a Christmas party in my condo, inviting a mixture of single and married friends.
I'd be curious if any of the people on the married section were also prospects.
Oh yeah, some potential.
Is your dad ever participating in the group sex swinger?
You
We've
would
wondered.
He didn't seem to venture that kinky.
That is so interesting to be a guy who's has such a sexual appetite, but it's just pretty vanilla standard.
Yeah, just
stuff.
I mean, he definitely would like go down on women. I think he was very much into pleasing.
Oh, you think that's rare?
Oh,
I said, he does all the standard stuff. And you're like, no. He
No.
does pretty exotic, crazy
honest.
stuff going down on women.
Yeah.
Did this
The
generation
boomers?
go down, though? Are boomers
No.
going down? I don't think so.
No,
I couldn't tell you. I could call my mom,
They
call my
couldn't.
dad,
Yeah.
if you want.
they
I'd be
didn't go-
curious.
the boomers didn't go down. 'Cause down there reminded them of Vietnam.
You
Yeah,
never know what's
swampy.
hiding in the-
Pussy always acting like Vietnam. And this is when we cut some stuff.
I think we keep it up.
But no, he would. This party was a staple point of the year, and I remember going to a few of these for sure.
Yeah, they were great parties.
We were kind of
You
allowed.
guys would go to this?
Yeah,
we
I
were
didn't-
allowed till probably 9:30, 10. Then we had to kind of shuffle out and go somewhere else.
I was dressed up as Santa a couple times,
Okay.
which is also, looking back, that's what the dad's supposed to do.
Were you dressed
Yeah.
up as Santa?
Yeah, I was dressed up as Santa and I almost got kidnapped.
Is that true?
Yeah,
Who almost kidnapped you?
the woman in the building.
The woman in his building.
Yeah, woman
Almost took you home with her.
Tried to take me home.
How
with her.
how legitimately was?
She was like, "Come with me. I need you real quick," and was like being very pushy about me coming with her.
And your alarm bells are going up? or
Yeah,
were
I was
you
like, I don't feel comfortable
was
doing
this?
That old woman. You remember the old woman kind of that lived at, like first floor?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
Do you think she was trying to take you away?
She had something planned with me, and I don't know what it was.
Man, what a time!
How'd you finagle out of it?
I mean, and this is, I get that, like, I was like, look, I'm just not coming with you.
Maybe this old lady had heard the rumors of Bob, but Bob wasn't giving her the time of day, so she thought maybe you might be
Maybe
able to
like
deliver.
father, like son.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
could get you as a bargaining chip to get him,
She wanted me to go down on her as Santa. I was dressed like an old man.
and
didn't
she
know.
might have thought you were an old man
That's the
because
thing.
you were dressed as Santa, like
I
you
was
said.
dressed as Santa. She was just
So that's not her fault.
no.
Once he started cranking things up, there was no holding back, and I knew something had to give. Thinking ahead, I had invited all of the neighbors below me as I was on the penthouse floor. I figured this would be enough, but I also never figured that Mitt would bring a sound system capable of fueling a large disco. And on top of that, once the dancing started, there was no way to turn things down. Fortunately, the party started to wind down. However, my friend Rick broke out 3 bottles of Van Gogh espresso.
That's a boomer drink.
That's a
Mango
boomer
espresso.
drink.
I don't even know what that is.
I think it's just
It's like it's
vodka espresso.
Their generation's espresso martini.
They really got put out of business once the espresso martini hit.
yeah.
This was the last thing I needed, for I had already had plenty of wine and cocktails. But people gathered around to join, and within minutes I was doing multiple shots with a casual friend named Madeline. Madeline was in her early 40s, divorced, several kids, and by any account considered to be a very pretty blonde. She came with 2 friends who I also only knew casually. I honestly didn't have any expectations with any of them, and was a bit surprised when Madeline started to come on to me.
Divorced woman at a wild party,
Yeah.
divorced man,
I'm
wild party,
surprised that
taking
after
shots.
copious amounts of alcohol, she started seeing me as a potential suitor.
Do you think your dad had high self-esteem where is a woman hitting on him a surprise to him? Is betting a woman a miraculous thing in his mind, in his life?
It's interesting you say this because you would think, given the book and given that sort of thing, that it'd be the former where he's in his pocket. He's near shocked every time he's been laid.
That doesn't surprise me at all, though. I feel like people who are operating out of insecurity are trying to prove it to themselves over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I mean, he really had to use his game and his personality and his charisma.
Yeah.
So I don't think he was a guy who could just sit in the corner with a big square jaw and a lot like people fly up to him.
And when that's
you
your
know?
game and you're off, you're not getting laid. You're
Yeah,
off.
it's a performance.
Yeah.
By this point, her friends were totally occupied in other conversations. I was also feeling a bit brave and asked Madeline if she wanted to see the rest of the condo, in particular the master bedroom. She readily agreed, and off we went. I locked the door and laid her down on the bed. No discussion was necessary, as she tore off my clothes and we went to town. We passed out until one of her friends pounded on the door about an hour later.
They're just banging in the middle of the party.
Sure.
I mean, she's got multiple friends there.
So I think everyone coming to this party kind of knew what this was designed for, you know. And if Bob went in the master bedroom and got his deed done, like welcome, Merry Christmas, everyone.
I'm just dressed as Santa in the
I was gonna say if Santa Claus was pulling his weight and entertaining people, we wouldn't. Your dad wouldn't be interrupted.
I think I
Meanwhile-
entertained them for an hour out there.
Meanwhile, you're nearly getting abducted down
Yeah,
below.
I'm getting abducted. My dad's getting blown. I'm going, this is awesome.
It was the 90s.
We hurried to get dressed and off she went. I was probably cruel by not following up with Madeline, but I was under the impression that we both knew this was a random encounter. Based on the reaction the next time I saw her, it was clear that she was not happy that I hadn't followed through.
She chewed him out. She's like, look, we had sex at your Christmas party. We could have at least gone and
could
have
have
a
called.
drink with
He
me
could have
later.
called.
I mean, he's done this a few times. I think most people were not happy had he run into them the way he's kind of stepped away from some of these encounters.
Yeah.
But we're in the part of the book where it feels a little like
It's
some
just
just
the-
bad hinge dates,
It's
you
the
know?
musings of a 52-year-old getting laid.
And he has cancer at this point?
No. So
No,
I
not
think
yet.
that's when
I think we're starting to see what's going to give him cancer, which is a bunch of meaningless bullshit for the next.
And you think that was the cause? Is meaningless bullshit?
I think stress and kind of
Meaningless
like
bullshit.
not having direction in life. I don't know. I don't really know what gives people cancer. I know that
well, going down on women does technically.
the only way I know to get cancer is the manual of this book, as far as we know it.
Yeah,
so.
don't follow this, I guess.
Yeah, right. But all right, we're gonna get into Morgan here and see what happens with this next string of a random.
Bob, it's Morgan. Morgan, damn, long time, I replied. Morgan was a friend that I'd see off and on around Charleston on the singles scene, but never on a consistent basis. She was 34, extremely attractive, long brown hair, beautiful blue eyes, tall, and had a 15-year-old daughter, the product of a high school romance. She also had a bit of an edge to her personality, which is probably how she got the nickname Mustang Morgan.
Okay.
So she had a 15-year-old
that.
daughter in high school.
Yeah, all I'll say is if you're having a daughter at 19, Mustang Morgan kind of makes a little sense. She's a wild card, Mustang Morgan.
Maybe she advocates for herself. Maybe she's fierce and ferocious and she gets shit done.
Well,
Well, Bob wants nothing more than to mount a Mustang, so I think that's probably what's going to happen in
That
this.
should be the name of the title. of the chapter.
Mounting Morgan. I mean, at this point in this book, these chapters might as well just go ahead and have the position they did before. Mounting Morgan.
Keep going. Mountain Morgan.
Mounting Morgan.
Meaningless Madeline.
Meaningless Madeline.
Meaningless Madeline and Mounting Morgan.
This is just.
I'm in town. What are you doing? She said. Morgan, I didn't even know you left town, I said.
Which is not something you want to say to someone you're trying to get laid with. Your presence is so inconsequential. I didn't
he's
even
kinda
know you
negging
left.
her.
Might be his style.
Morgan seems kind of like to, you
He's
neg
doing
her. and
he's doing his own thing.
She fires something back at you.
Yeah.
Mustang Morgan, you know?
I think you're right. I think with Mustang Morgan, if you're not throwing some heat,
Yeah.
she'll
You gotta hold
she'll
your own.
trample you.
Let's see her whip back.
Yes, I moved to Charlotte several months ago for a change, and now I'm visiting.
Okay.
And that is classic firing Mustang Morgan.
That's how she got the nickname.
Whoa, those smoking pistols right
Bob,
there.
I don't know how Bob's gonna keep up here.
Bit of a-
Tangoing with Mustang Morgan.
Bit of a donkey kick to the face.
Yeah, Mustang Morgan. Mustang Morgan. Moved to the most vanilla town in the United States of America, Charlotte.
She fired back at Bob.
The last time I saw you, you were dating a guy named Tom? I was dating him. He's history.
There's
There
the Mustang.
Was
She
Morgan.
lures you in.
He's history.
Mustang
And then pow.
Morgan.
He's
you know?
history.
He's history, Bob.
Anyways, are you alone tonight? I need a place to stay.
Mustang knows what she
Mustang
wants.
Morgan.
Crazy that she moved cities because of a breakup.
I think a woman named Mustang Morgan, that breakup was rough.
Breakup so bad you
Oh,
moved to
she's
Charlotte.
evicted, I'm sure.
Breakup so bad you moved to Charlotte.
I think that was a domestic abuse, and she was the abuser. in a
Yeah,
situation
I feel like
that.
she probably has, thrown a guy.
She spent some months in county.
She spent some months in county for sure.
We're talking a real robust lower back tattoo
First-
before they came back into style.
First name basis with the sheriff.
Yeah, Mustang Morgan.
Morgan.
Mustang
Morgan, how many
Also-
times do I gotta tell you?
yeah.
You gotta quit keying these guys' cars.
She's keyed a few,
Can think of a
Anyway.
car.
Couldn't think of a
Can
car.
think of a car,
There's
you wanna
the
move
car
on.
in my head that I
You know who would eat you alive? Mustang. Morgan.
Mustang Morgan.
Would
I
chew
can't
you
think
to
of that car.
Stuttering
pieces.
Connor over
Oh,
there.
stuttering.
Stuttering
I
Connor,
would,
honey.
I'd
Cat
say
got
that.
your tongue, Connie.
I got your
Yeah,
tongue.
yeah.
You
She
can't
did-
handle that. You can't handle a shot of
She would
tequila.
just go tisk, 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 and then walk away from me.
It was a Tuesday night and one of the weeks when I didn't have my boys. Sure, I said. I was excited and intrigued, but given my past with her, I didn't have any expectations for romance.
Here's the thing. Bob, he needs to understand he's Morgan's first call. She knows how to play a man.
We don't know that he's her first call.
Oh, you're right.
I think she called that ex, and that ex went, "Why aren't you respecting the restraining order?"
He gets a call from her. He says, yeah, you can come stay with me. The next line, less than 30 minutes later.
Less than 30 minutes later, Morgan walked up the front stairs carrying a small overnight bag.
She must have been in town.
She either had sex with another guy and he's like, you can't stay here because my kids are actually staying tonight.
Jeez.
And she's like, cool. I'll find another man to go, sleep with. Bob's the guy that's always going to have the open door.
Yeah.
I love a woman who just fits her nickname, though. Mustang Morgan, this wild horse. She just shows up 30 minutes later. I wonder if she drove a Mustang. Maybe that's just all it is. She just drove a Mustang. She just
That's it. Yeah.
Or had like a small horse tattoo.
We both hugged hello, and I brought her suitcase into one of my son's rooms. We headed for the kitchen, and I poured ourselves some wine. She looked fabulous. Tight blouse, tight jeans, and as usual, a big, sexy smile that always grabbed my heart. We drank our wine and started to loosen up. I suggested we play pool, and she was all for it. Most girls aren't that skilled at the game, but Morgan had a sense of competitiveness and expertise that made the game even more interesting. I could actually compete with her without faking it.
Yeah, because she's spent about 14 years of her existence
biker
in a
bars.
smoky biker bar,
Yeah.
exactly, in Myrtle Beach.
I'd watch them. I'd watch the Mustang Morgan biopic.
Absolutely. This woman's seen some shit.
Who are you casting as Mustang Morgan in the Mustang
Mustang
movie?
Morgan.
Who are you picturing?
She's got
Charlize Theron, but you really do her up.
I'm kind of picturing Lucy Liu.
Lucy Liu, yeah. Beth
Wow.
Dutton kind of thing. You know, she's got that like
Alec Baldwin?
Uma Thurman.
I'm thinking an Alec Baldwin type.
Alec Baldwin.
Strong hands.
I think Mustang Morgan might give Bob his first STD in the book.
We might be heading towards that.
He's never had one.
As far as we know.
A man in this era in doing these things.
I had also recently purchased a fancy digital SLR camera, and she grabbed it off the counter. Let's see how we look playing pool on camera, she said, while taking a shot of me holding a cue stick and getting ready to shoot. Now, most good-looking women look even better when bent over a pool table, and Morgan was no exception. I proceeded to get a ton of shots of her, and each one was sexier than the one before. We clowned around, took shots of us together, and continued to drink wine.
We were not allowed to, sit on the pool table, but the moment that, Mustang Morgan has her ass out, Bob's sitting there taking photos.
There are exceptions to every rule.
All I'll say is this. I have a white cloud couch. There are different rules for different people. Will Peters, when he comes in, throws his shoes up, pisses me off.
But when Monica does it,
When Mustang Morgan comes in, she's allowed to put, it's like different rules for different people. Like
But when
you
Alec
said.
Baldwin comes over,
As the night turned down, I escorted her to the boys' bedroom. Up to this point, I knew we were having a great time, but could it lead to more? Yes, it could. I led her inside, took a look at her expression, and she looked back with a wry smile that seemed to say, "Go ahead."
So this is in our room. Great. So this
Yeah.
is the first time he's admitted.
Whose bed is this
fucking
in?
It's probably mine.
it's probably Connor's because I had a bunk bed.
you guys shared a room. You and Alex shared
Alex
a
and
bedroom.
I shared a room. But you know what? I would be, honestly, at this point, I hope he just has sex in the bunk bed. I go at this point.
Why are you?
Is that a fetish?
Why do you want that?
I wish he fucked
Do you want
in
that
my
for him or
bed.
do you want that for you?
I really hope he has sex
Listen, guys,
with
it's
Mustang
it's
Morgan
important to me that happens.
in my bed.
Yeah, so all right. He's taking Mustang Morgan into my bed, which
Yeah.
is just so pleasant and fun to think back on. And
That seems weird to me. Like, there's no part of me that seems that would be like, ooh, taboo and fun.
I also think Mustang Morgan, she's the kind of woman that grabs you and says, "We're staying here." She's not going to let you,
You're not in charge.
tiptoe back to the master. She's like, "Hey, listen, we're doing it right here and then."
That was all the encouragement I needed. I started kissing her passionately, and we were stripping our clothes off within moments. She had large, unenhanced, natural breasts, a trim waist, and perfectly shaped legs. I was stunned. On this random Tuesday night, out of the blue, here I was going down on her, much to my surprise and delight.
Again, he's going down on Mustang Morgan. She had sex that night prior too, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
But she's probably jumped 6 different.
Well, she's a Mustang. And what do? You different pastures, It's
Yeah.
like,
He's not one to judge.
He's not. I just love that she called him. I'm driving in from Charlotte. They're in 30 minutes. I go,
that means she got kicked out that morning by
she
some
called
other
from
guy.
a payphone.
Or some plan fell through.
Yeah.
And this is her currency. I hate to say it. It's
And
a little bit.
and Bob's a buyer.
Yeah, Bob's a buyer. She knew. She knew where she can get the lowest value in town. The
Yeah.
Bob
You think
Dodenhoff
he
house.
was lowest value in town? Was he?
No.
Was Robert Dodenhoff bottom of the barrel?
I think that she probably,
Or would-
had a biker guy before this and was probably like, all right, who's someone that's going to treat me a
Safe.
little nice? Yeah.
Hey, based on your knowledge of your dad, both from your memories and from this book, if a woman spent the night with Bobby D, Robert Dodenhoff, her next morning, how is she feeling? Is she like, hey, I met a nice guy?
Yeah, I would say it's somewhere in between, it's not like, oh God, that fucking asshole. Why did I give myself over to that? But it's more like, he's the fun Bob, probably
He's
not
fun,
probably not
he's
the
safe.
guy I'm looking to settle down with, but I don't regret this. It was just like a fun night,
Yeah. I also think it's like, he would.
He's available.
It's no
Yeah.
accomplishment, It's
Yeah,
like
I
it's
think that's
fishing
it.
in a barrel.
Morgan's
a little bit.
Morgan's sitting here, she's looking at the price of a Holiday Inn and she's going, That's a surge week, 180, or should I
Right.
just go have
And
sex
you think
with
she's
Bob?
looking at a phone in this? Looking at the search,
She's
looking at the
looking
search
at her
pricing?
phone.
Yeah,
you know?
she's on
She's a-
Priceline.
and we didn't set this up. She's a time traveler.
She's a
Yeah,
time
yeah.
traveler.
She had an iPhone.
She's looking at,
And the
she's
internet.
ChatGPT prices of Holiday Inns in Charleston, South Carolina, circa
Her space
2007.
car was in the repair shop.
Yeah, you understand.
Yeah, I get
She's
it.
on a 99 Dell on dial-up on Priceline
Yeah.
and trying to find something.
And she's going, great. And I'm sure the moment Bob fell asleep, she went up, logged on his internet, started messaging, a couple other guys.
Logged into her email.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, being like, hey, need a place to stay, driving in from Charlotte. I don't think she ever went to Charlotte. I think there's a chance Mustang Morgan has, to her credit, just looped around Charleston.
It's interesting how little you trust this woman.
I love Mustang Morgan. Let me get that
She's
clear.
she's a good character.
I like her.
She's a
I think my
kinda-
dad was like, she probably rocked my dad's world. And I think he was just along for the ride.
It sounds like she was quite a coveted character in the town.
Yeah.
The edgy, cool girl who doesn't suffer fools. He's probably saw it as a real accomplishment for himself.
We made love, talked for a little while longer, and then turned in. Early the next morning, I glanced up to see her getting dressed, but I was several hours from wanting to get up. Baby, I had a great time last night, she said, bending down to kiss me goodbye. I leaned up on my elbows and squinted with one eye. Me too, I said with a smile. Gotta go, she said, grabbing her overnight bag and turning around to head for the door. And that was it. Morgan left and once again became elusive. I'd hear from her every 6 months or so, but she'd either be in a relationship or simply disappear off the scene.
Like a time traveler would.
Interesting.
Fascinating. You know what? I'd say two a little odd chapters today. I like the Mustang Morgan one. And not a
Mustang
lot.
Morgan was more interesting than the other. The other was just like, I got laid and that's it. Mustang was at least a character. I feel like I met her for a
I
second.
know Mustang Morgan in my head. I've met
Yes.
these women in my life. They're hard to pare down.
Yeah.
And sometimes they come in and out of your life, maybe at the wrong time sometime. But I
Yeah.
think she kind of came at, they're both kind of hitting rock bottom, Mustang and him.
Seems like they both got what they wanted.
Yeah.
They broke in my bed, I certainly wasn't breaking it in
Hey,
myself.
this is the first sex in your bed.
Yeah,
that
it's
we've
kind of
experienced.
glazed over a little bit, which is
Well, how
a
old
little
are you?
disturbing. I'm probably 14,
Okay, that sounds good
You
that your
know?
bed wasn't being used for that purposes. What age did you lose your virginity?
19.
Okay, you?
I was a college guy.
Okay,
Me?
yeah.
19.
Okay, twins. 17.
You're a high school guy.
Yeah, but if you call what I was doing at that point in my life making love, you
You were still doing it, brother.
be a fool.
You think I was making love at 19?
Clunk fest.
I had ill performed.
Well, you learn.
I actually performed pretty well my first time because
Oh,
I was too nervous to come.
I was too
I
nervous to
remember that.
really get a full erect.
Okay,
I was surprised where it was the first time.
sure.
I'll be honest. I thought it'd be a little higher.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the first time.
It's a little
okay.
further down there than you anticipate.
No
to
one
be
tell
honest
and
with
no
you.
one tells you. Did your parents give you guys a sex talk?
Bob gave us one.
I can only imagine what that is like. Has this been covered on
He
the
also
pod?
doesn't tell you where it is. You don't get
Well,
that.
no
in
one
any,
says that.
No one tells you that. That'd be very odd.
Everyone knows. It's almost like a rite of passage where like whoever's giving you the sex talk is not giving you anything helpful.
No.
It's always like something fear based.
I think it's a little bit like,
very biological.
Mhm.
you need to go out, venture into the world. I'll help you pack your bag. And that's what I think the sex talk is.
That's what it should be.
That's
I
what
don't
it should
really
be.
want any more detailed than that.
Yeah, it's like,
you
look,
wouldn't have appreciated like
are
a.
there lions? Are there bears? You'll see, little one.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
It's
Is that in something?
are there lions? Are there bears? Yeah,
It
you'll
was your.
see.
What did your dad say to you when you gave you the sex talk?
I don't remember. Do you? Did
I
he give
remember
you that?
him saying heavy petting is what
Oh.
he called it, which I've never heard that term since.
I've heard it and I hate
Did he have it to
It's a
you?
terrible
Was
term.
I there? Or was it just to you?
No, I don't think you can do that because I think he probably gave it to you 2 years prior,
Oh,
I
sure.
don't remember it.
or he thought I was just going to go get laid.
Maybe
saw
he
something.
saw you as the chosen one.
Yeah, after the
We
after the
definitely
Santa
got it
Claus thing.
way earlier than we were given action in life. I'll
Yeah,
tell
but
you
That's
that.
good. You don't want
You know?
to say it when it's too late. Do you remember what he said to you?
I don't remember. I don't remember having the talk. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. I don't know if I'd really want his advice because
Yeah,
But would you just want someone to make you feel comfortable with the topic? Because in our house, it was very, especially.
you never got any talk.
I got to talk briefly. We and my dad were driving. I think I was in.
Driving's the way to do it.
school. My dad was driving. I was in the front seat. I'm maybe 16 or 17, and he just goes, "You're not having sex, are you?" And I was like, what? And he goes, it's too early for you to be doing that. It complicates your life. And then he just didn't say anything else. I just thought it was interesting that he was like, that is the take, is like, it makes your life complicated.
Yeah, that's a bizarre. That's.
But in a way, he's right.
I don't think he's honestly wrong. I think that's a pretty.
It does make relationships much more complicated.
It obviously
when
complicates everything.
And your hormones are fucked at that age, like it's kind of not a great age to do
having
it.
sex. That's fair. I agree with
to
that.
be doing anything.
Like pair bonding hormones at that age and all that bullshit.
Fair.
No, yeah, I would say that's we're a wait till you're 18 for sex here, guys, on this podcast. But today we got into. These were some odd chapters. I think I can't reiterate this enough. I think he's in a little bit of he's just kind of scraping life right now. Doesn't really know where he is, and we can do that in our lives. Sometimes you're dating people on the far corners of Hinge that you go, you know what? What's this doing for me?
It feels like you're going into your own mind right now. I've never.
He's wrapping it up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it seemed like you were wrapping up, but then it seemed like you kind of went into your own
Yeah. Well, that's
experience.
my wrapping it up
kind
is
of a
maybe,
personal monologue.
And you know what?
Which I was enjoying.
Here.
I feel like, is that the phase you're in right now?
No, I think I'm inching away from that, Sure. But I've been, sometimes you're swiping and you're dicing and you're with Mustang Morgans on a Tuesday night shooting pool in some weird dive in East Hollywood, and you go like, all right.
He's in a weird spot, Bob, here. And
yeah, he's in a weird spot. And I think we can be in weird spots. This book is a reflection of life.
It's true.
In a way, of a divorce, of where you can be. And listen, divorce isn't always pretty, and sometimes it's a little meaningless. And that's what these chapters are right now.
A
It's like
listlessness.
a listlessness.
You're meandering.
He's meandering in life. Have you meandered before?
Yeah. But I think you can look at it as meandering, or like you're spinning your wheels trying to figure something out.
Totally.
But I guess that would be called meandering.
Well, ultimately,
Purposeless.
when you are listless meandering, you are figuring it out, and you're figuring it out. That's probably not the life you want to live. Madeline on a Christmas night when her kids are away, Mustang Morgan, after she just domestically abused her third ex-boyfriend, gets a little weird. But guys, next week we're gonna get into
Goldie.
some more randoms. Goldie, I think Goldie might turn the page for him, if I have to respect.
Hopefully.
I really hope so.
That wraps it up. Next week, we'll get into more strings of randoms, and I think there will probably be another relationship on the other side of this. And hopefully it won't be as tumultuous as Lori, but knowing our father, it's going to be fucked up one way or the next. Guys, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week on From Lust to Dust, my horny dead dad.
From